Well, hey guys, welcome to The Corner, where we talk about anime, manga, and everything in between. Yes, my hair's sticking up right there. Yes, I just got done with a binge. And it was an amazing binge. I'm sad now. I'm very depressed. Because we're binge reviewing Madan no Oi to Vanadis. And Vanadis? Okay, I don't care. And it was amazing, and I loved it. It was great, and I'm sad. So sad. It's over. And I looked up to see if they're gonna make another season, and I realized that it's a recently made anime, and it's possible that there will be another season, but there's nothing announced as of right now. So there's so many questions left unanswered. I should probably get to the review. I'm sorry guys, I'm kind of moping here. So in this anime, you follow your hero. I had it just a second ago. I literally just had it in my head. We follow a hero in a weird type of harem where he's on a battlefield, starts off on a battlefield, and he goes after a person called a warlord? Female warlord? Girl warlord? I just lost every name possible now, and I don't know how that happened. Titus, there we go. I got one name, we're good. Anyways, we follow Titus into his journey, and he ends up trying to fight off a warlord to win the battle in the end. And he runs out of arrows by that time. These warlords actually have dragon powers, and there's 7 of them. They're all 7 of them. They're battle women. They're women. So that's where the harem kind of comes into play. And Titus ends up wanting to protect his land and stuff like that, and his home kingdom ends up trying to take over, burn and destroy his land forcefully. And what ends up happening is Titus ends up convincing his kidnapper, his person that has him imprisoned, prisoner of war type situation, got her to help him with what was going on, and she ends up helping him. This ends up becoming a big thing throughout, causing a war that separates the kingdom as time went on, making him a traitor, which he is not, but they think he's a traitor. Anyways, the biggest thing that ends up happening when it came down to it is that the other wardens. There we go. The other wardens ended up, a couple other wardens end up poisoning the king, and his son ends up going missing. That's during the battle. Actually, it was said that he was killed during battle, but we never get to see that. As the whole thing starts to expand out, there is a lot that ends up happening throughout war, battle strategy, and everything like that, and it's just brings in more to the table as time goes on. Titus ends up having to defend his kingdom whilst fighting his kingdom at the same time, and as time goes on, other wardens end up giving him troops and helping him out because they see his cause is just and want to help him out. And this becomes a big thing as time goes on, as he continuously starts to gain more and more allies as time goes, as the whole thing happens. So the Silver Meteor army ends up taking control and starts pushing forward after taking out 30,000 men. Well, not really 30,000. They took out 20,000 out of which were about 2,000 people. A little bit more than that as time went on, because troops started pouring in. It was probably one of the biggest battle establishments that ended up happening, and then a new myth gets started about him. A new rumor about him actually gets started about how he is a dead shot with the arrow and can pierce through any armor type of situation, whether it be a door or anything like that, which is true, but this guy didn't know anything about it. So it was just like he was making up things so he could escape safely away from what was going on and not attack anymore, and so he can save Grace. This entering spreads throughout, and things end up happening. So as time goes on, they find the prince who they thought was dead, but apparently he was running from this invading army in the first place, and he saved him. So Titus ends up saving him and brings him to the cabinet, and he doesn't even know it's the prince at all, because this whole part is a little different, because he is a she, and he is the princess, not the prince. So once notified of who she is, he's just like, oh my god, whoa, I remember now. Yeah, you're not a girl, you're not a guy, you're a girl. Yeah, we've been having to hide it because apparently it's a bad thing for a queen to only bear girls instead of sons, and so they had it undercover for the longest time. And as time moved on, and they end up having to prove that she is the princess, battle wages through, and through this ends up causing one of the saddest scenes in the anime, where Bertrick ends up jumping in front of the sword to save Turnix. What am I trying to say? Now I've lost his name again. Anyways, because I was saying other names. Anyways, yeah. So to save the Lord, and he does successfully, but it ends up him dying in the end. This guy has been with him for the whole anime pretty much, from beginning to end. He's the one that saved the Lord in the first place. He's the one that pretty much progressed the storyline up to the point it was, and pushed him to do the Lord to do what he needs to do. And the reason I'm saying Lord now is because of the fact that I lost the name again. I'm sorry. This happens when I binge watch things a lot, or just when I'm watching a lot of animes at one point. Just so you guys know, the ending, this is going to be towards the ending, so if you guys don't want to hear about the ending, I suggest not watching at this point. But the ending ends up being where he ends up saving the kingdom, and everything ends up happening, becomes a moonlit night, and having to go back to his imprisonment once again, because that was the deal. And the whole roundabout thing that was pretty much stated was, normally guys that get that title become king, and it shows a lot of cliffhangers and a lot of unanswered questions after that point. So it's just left off on a big clef note, but it wrapped it up really nicely as well. So if it continues, it continues. If it stops there, it stops there. It was a great ending in the end, even though I don't want it to end. I want it to continue. I want more. You don't understand. I want more. It was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. It was beautiful, okay? I loved it. It was an amazing anime. The animation was great. The storyline was amazing, and it was a great depiction on where to put fillers, where to drag things out for suspense, and where to put filler in. They didn't have. Did they have a filler? Let me think. 1 second. No, they didn't really have a filler at all. Yeah, they just built up suspense really good too. Like this, they made sure to incorporate anything that was a side story from the storyline into the whole battlefield in general, and into the storyline itself, to create a better atmosphere when it came down to it. Something that actually mattered to the anime in general, showing up faults and stuff like that. It gave a great depiction on what was actually going to end up happening. And in this type of situation, though, I know I go on about dragging things out and stuff like that, but in these type of animes, it's a war scene. It's literally something that ends up happening months in advance. So every episode you're getting is normally like probably a month or two within that episode, and things just continuously end up happening in the episode as well. So there's always something going on. A battle could last 5-10 days, if anything like that, but it's not showing that. It's showing the major points of the battle and continuing on with it, and it's building the suspense that needs to be built up and bringing it up to a point of fruition. And it doesn't cease to give you a good feeling when it comes to that fruition. It hits that point and you're like, oh my god, that was amazing. Oh, that happened. Oh, that he got more forces. Oh my god, what the hell? Like, it brings the character to the edge and finally swoops in to help. This is a classic thing that ends up happening, but it's not something that you really expect to see in an army kind of show where troops are coming in and stuff like that. You expect them to be able to escape in some way and try again again after gaining more allies, and that does happen a lot. But this actually twisted it to the point where the war continues. There is no end to the battle until every soldier's gone, type of situation. And it gave, honestly, I love this anime. This anime is one of my, just like Sky of Alderman, which I'm always going to have now. Sky of Alderman and this one, I just love them both. And these are the type of animes that really kind of ring well with me, because it's something about a hero or a bunch of heroes that end up becoming bigger than who they once were and doing something different with their lives, and that's makes a big difference in the end. Them being able to get amass an army, being able to get people with like minds to come together and stuff like that. And it's just one of those animes that just make me feel really good whenever I watch it. And yeah, so Sky of Alderman and now this one, and it's just, I don't know, I just really enjoyed it, and it really did make me feel, I literally cried when Beatrix, there it goes again, the names. I really cried when he died, okay? I was crying, I'm just like, no, why? Yeah, because he was a very important person in the whole prospect of the anime itself. For a side character, a hidden side character at that half the time, that doesn't really make much of a different that you can see. He doesn't really do much. He's just there half the time, and he makes a big difference in the anime. Though he's one of those shadow characters that you don't notice until it's too late. And if you are paying attention to the shadow character, you start to feel for him and start to cry about it whenever he dies, because he made a big deal and he died. Okay, it was like that one episode when that one girl died, and I'll never forget it. Okay, they both died. It was horrible. And okay, so I'm going to stop talking about that now. I'm not going to lie. It really did make me cry. I'm not lying at all. It had a way to pull that out, and it was just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I really wish I could help now. Anyways, that's my review for this today. My recommendations on it is that you should watch it, and I guarantee you'll enjoy it. I wish I did an episode by episode review of it though, instead of this, but I guess it ended up in my binge watch folder for a reason. So even though I hadn't watched it yet, I was just given something to watch, and I was like, oh, well, I got these to do episode by episode, so I'm going to binge watch this one. And I feel that's going to happen a lot, and I don't like that, but I could have chose to make an episode by episode, but I don't want to overload myself on those right now. So, anyways, I'm so sad. Ended. So I'm going to continue on the manga. Okay. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys have a great day and a fun one as well. Hey guys, thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you press the like button below. If you have any comments, the same thing goes for there. Leave your comment below. If you guys have not subscribed yet, make sure you guys press the subscribe button right over here, and my latest videos are right over here if you want to continue on my reviews. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great day.